Continuing to follow an active evening across the eastern portions of the state. I want to bring this to your attention one more time. Still another active severe thunderstorm warning now in play for Oscoda as well as Ogama counties. So that's going to be just to the east of M33 between Mayo and Rose City. That's going to be in play at least until 6:30. Main hazards with the storm continue to be damaging winds, heavy rainfall, lightning, and possibly some hail as well. So we'll continue to follow that for you going into the rest of this evening. And still the better placement for the storms is going to be on the sunrise side. Here's a look at some of the newer data coming in as we take you right here on the model. Going later into the evening hours, closer to the midnight hour, kind of similar to what we did see from yesterday. A few storms areas from Alpena and even going towards Alcona counties. So we'll watch that a little bit closer. I think the rest of us are going to manage some dry time for the rest of this evening. But still notice these little red arrows coming in from the south, continuing to build in a lot of that heat as we're taking you into the upcoming weekend. Saturday, it's going to be downright hot. We're talking about a lot of areas easily upper 80s, probably at least peaking into some low 90s. When we factor in the humidity, a lot of spots at least going to be feeling like the 90s. So find ways to stay cool and hydrated as we get you into the day tomorrow. Complex of showers and storms off to the northwest. The later we're getting into the day on Saturday. We'll have to see how they behave over Lake Michigan the later we're getting into your Saturday evening. This model run does want to try and bring in some activity closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline as we get later into the day on Saturday. So that definitely will be a trend we're watching closely as we go late Saturday night, getting into the day on Sunday. Quickly looking to die out, though, as we go overnight into the day on Sunday by the morning hours. Still a trend to watch nonetheless as we get into the first half of your weekend. Storm Prediction Center is highlighting western lower and the upper peninsula for some of those stronger storms. So we'll continue to follow that for you as we get into the day tomorrow. Otherwise, it's all about the heat and humidity into the next few days. Mount Pleasant out there right now, mid-80s, 86 degrees, and even McBain still a little bit warmer. Upper 80s, very close to 90. Your current number sitting right now at 89 degrees. Not a lot of relief for the overnight period. Upper 60s, if not plenty of locations. We're in the 70s as we take you past the midnight hour. And here's a look at where we'll go as we are getting into the day on Saturday. Just remember that these are actual air temperatures. When we factor in what humidity we're going to have out there, you probably can add almost 5 degrees to these numbers getting into the afternoon. Remember, the dew points are going to be well into the 60s. That measures the amount of humidity and just moisture we have in the atmosphere. Those numbers getting closer to 70. So even check out western lower as we go into the afternoon. We're talking about low to mid 90s just for your high temperatures getting into the day tomorrow. So it is going to be a hotter Saturday. Eastern lower, still your fair share of some heat as well. Mid 90s for a lot of us getting right here into the afternoon. And still, even as we take you a little bit farther south into some of our central counties, still some low to even a few mid 90s on the map for you as we get into the beginning of the weekend. If you want some relief, we have a little bit coming past the weekend, more 70s into next week, Adam. Another best chance for some rain by next Monday.